What's up guys, today we're taking a look at everything and anything about upcoming smartphones and all of their features and or new innovations. So 2015 was a pretty great year for smartphones with tons of new features that showed up, and so far 2016 looks pretty promising. So kicking things off is of course the iPhone 7. This new phone will supposedly have a newish design that doesn't change things up too much compared to the current gen iPhone 6s. As well, it will have a non-protruding rear camera, an even thinner body, and an upgraded processing chip, an improved camera, and no headphone jack, so you'll only be able to use Bluetooth headphones or AirPods with the phone. The reason for removing this jack is to achieve that even slimmer design that so many smartphones are going for. Two general things you'll be seeing in upcoming phones are the rise of the USB Type-C port and the addition of pressure-sensitive screens like the one incorporated on the iPhone 6s. Many new Android phones will be featuring something like this, but most likely with a few different additional features. As well, the new Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge are confirmed for a launch at Mobile World Congress on February 21st. The design of both models is going to remain very similar to the current S6 and S6 Edge, but will add some new features and most likely some very small design changes. One subtle yet large change is most likely the change to USB Type-C and getting rid of that micro USB charging port. As more and more phones adopt this awesome port, Samsung most definitely doesn't want to get left behind. The new set of phones will almost certainly launch with Android Marshmallow, and overall hopefully will sell just as good or even better than the previous set of phones. One more rumor is that all the edges of the phone will be curved instead of just on the two sides. This would be cool to see, but it's very unlikely that you'll be finding this design on your next Samsung flagship. And let's not forget about the upcoming Note 6. This phone will most likely be released August or September-ish. The screen size may be bumped up from 5.7 inches all the way up to a full 6 inches, and might as well feature a 4K screen. This 4K resolution is also rumored to be in the new S7 lineup. The massively loved SD card slot is almost definitely making a return in the Note 6, considering that was pretty much one of the top things people missed in the Note 5. Also coming is the HTC M10 around March. A chairwoman for the company went out and said that the phone will feature significant improvements in the design and innovation department compared to last year's model. Also, the overall performance of the phone will be updated a bit, as well as most likely the screen's resolution. Coming from LG is the new G5. With the G4 coming out last June in 2015, the phone hasn't even seen a full year's cycle, and yet the G5 will be launched by the end of spring. We've heard that LG is working with Iris to bring an iris scanner to the new phone, and another feature that will almost certainly be present is a finger scanner, which the G4 didn't have, which is pretty weird considering that almost every flagship has one. Wireless charging is here to stay with the phone, and rumors say that the G5 will feature a larger battery that ranges up to even 4,000 mAh. Also coming from LG is the LG G Flex 3, the curved and slightly bendable phone. The G Flex lineup has always been interesting, and I feel like LG is going to keep it this way. The phone is said to feature a more premium type design and may even have a metal back. We can expect to see a Snapdragon 810 as well as 4GB of RAM, a fingerprint reader, and a 3500 mAh battery. The G Flex 3 is most likely going to be introduced sometime in early 2016, but it wouldn't be surprising if it took a much longer time to show up. Next is the long-awaited Surface phone. Now this one isn't confirmed for a launch this year, and well, really isn't even confirmed to be a phone at all. The Surface phone sounds like a great product, and if they did decide to make it, I'm sure it would be. The problem is that the Surface phone has been rumored year after year after year, but this year just might be the one. Recently, a Microsoft corporate VP said that they are working on a new prototype phone. This phone might have its own mini Surface Pen and feature a USB Type-C port. Although I would love to see this phone come out, and so would tons of other people, I just feel like if at all it will come out sometime next year. As well, Sony's Xperia Z6 is going to make its appearance sometime in September. The phone is said to be similar to the past versions like usual, but we're all hoping they shake things up and add a few new features. As the Xperia phone lineup becomes less and less popular, Sony is definitely going to do something which will hopefully include getting rid of that overshot price tag. One upcoming phone you might not be as familiar with is the Project Era phone. This phone started out with the phone blocks idea back in December of 2012. Now the project is being done with Google and is making lots of progress. This phone is basically a panel that you slide blocks into on the back, and each block contains something different. As well, they all come in different sizes. Per se, you want more storage? Easy, just get a bigger storage block. Want an improved camera? Switch some things up and get a bigger camera block. That's the idea behind the phone. Upgrade the phone's parts, not the whole phone itself. Personally, I've been waiting for this phone and have been really excited to see the final project. Another smartphone arriving this year is the Project Tango phone, currently being worked on by Google and Lenovo. This phone is definitely bringing something new to the table with its depth sensing camera. The Project Tango phone will have a bunch of extra sensors, enabling the camera to perceive depth and further extend the possibilities of games and apps to enter a whole new level. The design isn't exactly finalized yet, but it's going to look something similar to the pictures being shown right now. On the other hand, the release date is finalized and will be entering the market sometime in the summer and will cost less than $500. The Moto G 4th Gen will be coming too. The phone line famous for having good specs at a budget price. One thing the phone might include is a full HD display, which would easily make the phone much more compelling. The Moto G 4th generation will be arriving approximately in July to take back the budget Android phone crown. Another lesser known phone coming out is the Nextbit Robin. This company making the phone is comprised of Apple, Google, HTC, and Amazon employees, so they definitely know what they're doing. This February-bound phone will have a special feature that stores files that you use commonly directly on the phone itself, and any files that are not used a lot are stored in the cloud. This makes for great maximization of storage. This awesome feature, mixed with the attractive design, makes for a compelling device. You can pre-order yours now and they will begin shipping in February. As well, the Asus Zenfone 3 will be arriving sometime during Q2 of 2016. The Zenfone 2 was known for bringing a whole 4 gigs of RAM and other great specs for only $300. Although the design was a bit boring and bland, the phone made a great powerful mid-range budget phone. If Asus can do the same thing with the Zenfone 3 and add a more attractive design, then the phone will definitely make for a strong competitor. Obviously, there will be plenty more phones coming out this year, but these are a lot of the main and most interesting ones and upcoming features. Thanks for watching. If you're as hyped as I am for these devices and enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more awesome content like this. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.